Imagine sitting next to someone at a coffee shop, sharing an elevator, or even clapping for them on a TV game show. They seem ordinary, charming even, but behind that smile lies a dark secret, a predator hiding in plain sight. Welcome to Hidden in Plain Sight, Predators Among Us, where we uncover chilling stories of those who walked among us undetected, leaving behind a trail of devastations from notorious killers to master manipulators. These are the people who blend in seamlessly into our lives, all while committing unspeakable crimes. In this episode, we dive into the story of Ted Bundy, one of the most infamous serial killers in American history, a man whose charisma fooled a national audience even as he preyed on the vulnerable. How did he get away with it for so long? And who else walks unnoticed among us today? Stay with me if you dare as we pull back the curtain on these hidden predators. Let's begin. Ted Bundy is one of the most infamous serial killers in American history, known for his charm, intelligence, and horrifying crimes. Here's a comprehensive overview of his life, crime, trial, and legacy. His early life. Full name: Theodore Robert Bundy. Born November 24th, 1946, in Burlington, Vermont, USA. Bundy was raised by his grandparents under the belief they were his parents, while his real mother posed as his sister. This family dynamic caused confusion and emotional turmoil. He was described as a bright but introverted child. However, as he grew older, Bundy exhibited troubling behavior, including a fascination with macabre stories and voyeurism. His education and early adulthood. Bundy attended multiple universities, including the University of Puget Sound and the University of Washington, where he studied psychology. He was known to be ambitious and appeared outwardly successful, even working on a political campaign. Bundy dated a woman named Stephanie Brooks during his college years. When she broke up with him, it deeply affected him. Many believe this relationship fueled his later rage against women. His crimes. Ted Bundy is believed to have killed at least 30 women between 1974 and 1978, though the actual number could be higher. His modus operandi. Bundy lured women by pretending to be injured or disabled, often wearing a sling or using crutches. He would ask for their help to carry something to his car, then incapacitate them and abduct them. His victims were primarily young women with long, dark hair parted in the middle, resembling his ex-girlfriend, Stephanie Brooks. He sexually assaulted and killed his victims, often returning to the crime scene to engage in necrophilia. The notable murders. Pacific Northwest Murders, 1974. Bundy began killing women in Washington and Oregon. His attacks escalated and women began disappearing from college campuses. Lake Sammamish State Park, July 1974. Two women, Janice Ott and Denise Nunslin, were abducted in broad daylight. Witnesses reported seeing a man named Ted with a sling. Colorado and Utah, 1975. Bundy expanded his hunting ground, killing more women and leaving a trail of fear across multiple states. The Chi Murders, 1978. After escaping custody, Bundy brutally attacked four women in the Chi sorority house at Florida State University, killing two. The capture and escape. The first arrest, 1975. Bundy was arrested in Utah for evading police in a stolen vehicle. A search of his car revealed burglary tools and suspicious items linking him to disappearances. The escapes. In 1977, Bundy escaped from a library during a court recess. Later that year, he escaped again from his jail cell in Colorado and fled to Florida, where he committed his final murders. The trial. Bundy represented himself in court, leveraging his legal education and charm to manipulate the media and the jury. His trial for the Omega murders in 1979 was one of the first national televised cases in the U.S. Despite his defense efforts, Bundy was convicted and sentenced to death. In 1980, he received another death sentence for the murder of 12-year-old Kimberly Leach. The execution. Ted Bundy was executed in the electric chair on January 24, 1989, at Florida State Prison. Outside the prison, crowds gathered to celebrate, chanting, "Burn, Bundy, burn." His legacy. Bundy's case remains a chilling study of a psychopathic killer who manipulated society with his charisma and intelligence. Books, documentaries, and films, including The Stranger Beside Me by Ann Rule and the Netflix series Conversations with a Killer, the Ted Bundy tapes, explore his life and crimes. Bundy's crimes have also promoted ongoing discussions about forensic science, victims' awareness, and the nature of a psychopath. Ted Bundy has been one of the most widely portrayed serial killer in media, largely because of his enigmatic personality, gruesome crimes, and the public's morbid fascination with him. Over the decades, his story has been adapted into numerous movies, documentaries, and TV shows. Here's a look at his portrayal in popular media. The movies: The Deliberate Stranger, 1986. The actor Mark Harmon. This made-for-TV movie was one of the first major portrayals of Bundy. Mark delivered a chilling performance, captivating Bundy's charm and manipulative personality. The film focused on Bundy's double life, his charismatic public persona versus his brutal crimes. Extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile, 2019. Actor Zac Efron. This Netflix film explored Bundy's story through the perspective of his longtime girlfriend Elizabeth, played by Lily Collins. Efron portrayals focus on Bundy's charm and how he fooled those around him, especially his partner, into believing he was innocent. The title comes from the judge's statement at Bundy's sentence. Ted Bundy, 2002. Actor Michael Riley Burke. This low-budget film took a greater, more graphic approach, focusing on Bundy's crimes and descent into violence. It portrayed him as less charismatic and more of a cold, calculating predator. American Boogeyman, Ted Bundy, 2021. Actor Chad Michael Murray. This dramatized movie emphasizes the hunt for Bundy by law enforcement, portraying him as a predator evading capture. TV shows and documentaries. Conversations with a Killer, The Ted Bundy Tapes, 2019. The Platform, Netflix. This 4-part documentary series featured real audio recordings of Bundy during his time on death row, mixed in with interviews and archive footage. It gave viewers insight into Bundy's own words and how he tried to frame his narrative while highlighting the perspective of investigators and journalists. Ted Bundy, Falling for a Killer, 2020. The Platform, Amazon Prime Video. This documentary series focused on the women in Bundy's life, including survivors, victims' families, and ex-girlfriend Elizabeth. It offered a feminist perspective, shedding light on the impact of his crimes on women and their stories. And the list goes on for many, many more. Ted Bundy remains one of the most heavily documented and dramatized criminals in media history. Thank you for joining me on Hidden in Plain Sight, Predators Among Us. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, like, and comment for this podcast. It helps me uncover more stories that deserve to be told. Have a case or topic you'd like me to cover? Just reach out to me on all social medias. Remember, the most chilling truths are often hidden in plain sight. Stay vigilant, stay curious, and join me next time as we continue to uncover the predators among us. Because sometimes the greatest dangers are the ones you never see coming. Until then, take care and stay safe.